Yes, so we all know a lot about the clitoris now.
Yeah, I know. Charles, you know now.
Yeah. Welcome back to another episode in the new studio of 3Ps in a Pod.
We're three Pinoys in a podcast.
And we are your newest friends on the internet.
Our guest today is Aisling Freer. She's a musculoskeletal and pelvic health physiotherapist with over 10 years of experience. Wow. She also founded the Women Health Service at Pure Sport Medicine. And her particular interests are pelvic pain, sexual health, and connection between musculoskeletal and pelvic health. Right? She's passionate about helping women to better understand their sexual health and access evidence-based care. So, she also happened to be the person who helped me recover from my shoulder injury. That's why I'm especially excited to have her here on the pod. Welcome.
Thank you, Ash.
Welcome to
Nice
our
to meet
podcast.
you.
Firstly, we're going to talk about something that feels difficult to discuss openly. Our sexuality, our desires, how comfortable are we in expressing them? For some people, they find it easy to express themselves, whilst others struggle to even put it into words. And what shapes the comfort or discomfort in terms of this topic? Fortunately, we have Ash, who can help us unpack all these questions through her expertise and offer practical advice on how to better understand ourselves.
Thanks a million for having me on. I really appreciate it. It's super exciting to come in and actually talk about women's health. I think for a long time, it wasn't an open discussion. I really appreciate you guys talking about it and addressing the stigma that comes alongside that, because hopefully for a lot of people that find it difficult to talk about, especially maybe in relationships or even just in general with their friends, it gives them an opening and something that they can listen to on their own, and hopefully the confidence to then start to bring it up, I guess. So, yeah.
Most of this episode, I'll just be on the side. I'll let you guys take the lead. So I might be asking questions, but I'd love to hear it from you.
Amazing.
So, Ash, what prevents people to fully own and express themselves regarding their sexuality and desires?
I think, as we discussed, a little bit of stigma is a big part of it. I think also the openness of healthcare professionals being also able to talk about that sometimes too. It mightn't always be listened to by your healthcare provider, and I think just perhaps they haven't been given the tools in order to be able to talk about it confidently with people too. So it creates a lot of fear and anxiety, because if someone brings it up once, it takes a lot of confidence to do that. So it takes about 7 years on average for someone to come see me about a pelvic health condition, which is really sad when you think about it, because they could be struggling with anything. It could be sexual dysfunction, urinary incontinence, prolapse, all of these kind of areas which are included within it. But yeah, I think that's probably a big barrier to it. And then I think within relationships, communication is really key. Sometimes it might be, as you said at the start, that we don't have the language maybe to discuss it, or that we're afraid of saying something wrong. I think that's often a fear there too, or perhaps that somebody mightn't be ready to communicate it on the other end or to receive that communication. So I think actually asking at the right time to have that conversation is really important in order to be able to have that, well, I suppose, healthy sexual relationship as well, isn't it? So
I can actually echo with with what you've said about healthcare professionals being able to ask those questions, because I did the research, and actually intimacy aspect of our patients' health is often overlooked by healthcare professionals because we also feel awkward asking about it.
Yeah.
That's why how could they actually open up when we're not probing the questions?
Exactly.
So I guess we as healthcare professionals also need some trainings to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
actually a big part of my role in Pure has been to help the musculoskeletal team in getting that confidence. There's some amazing papers out there. There was one done in Australia in 2023, and it's about the athletic female and screening questions all around that side of things. And what questions to ask and why are you asking them, I think, for healthcare professionals is quite important too, because we might go, okay, right, I have my list of questions, but it's like, if you say you came in with a shoulder injury and I just started asking you about, you know, yeah, you'd kind of think, well, this is a bit weird, you know.
Yeah.
So it's all about context and how you frame that. Whereas if you came in and I asked you, look, do you mind me asking a few questions about your periods, because it's an indication of your overall health, and we want to see that there's regularity there, and we want to see that there's nothing there from your hormonal perspective that's slowing down your recovery with your shoulder or whatever it may be. And I think when you give context, ask consent, it's amazing what a person will then tell you. I had a really interesting case recently, and she had symptoms for like, I think it was about 15 years. So she'd had them since a kid, and she'd never kind of discussed it with anyone before, but it was, she'd come in for something else totally different, and has now had full resolution of that by seeing a urologist and going down that route. And I think that's been pretty incredible that you could be that space, and the opportunity provide by just being open and indicating to someone, this is a safe space, you can talk about it here. Hopefully as healthcare professionals we can kind of change that.
Yeah, we can create the bridge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And speaking of barriers, because there can be difficulty as healthcare professionals, say having me as a male cancer nurse talking to a female cancer patient.
Yeah.
And especially there are like religious conditions as well that can be another barrier of talking about it.
Yeah.
Because I've experienced it one time that a Muslim patient was asking me if she can have sex while on chemotherapy.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I was able to answer the question.
Yeah.
But like the hesitancy in the patient's voice asking that question, there was a lot of it. And then that's made me realize that if one person can have this barrier or this hesitation, what more the others?
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's a really good point, because like, as you're saying, there's cultural barriers. Like, I mean, originally I'm Irish, so, you know, in Catholic girls' school, we didn't really talk about sex quite a lot. And your sexual education, I think, is really important. So actually, something that maybe would be a really good idea is going into schools and actually just educating people on their own anatomy. Because I have people that come in and they're, 60 years old, and they're going, oh, I didn't know that existed there, when I just show them the pelvis, and I have people that come in and they're 21 and they also don't know. And I think it's that education gap from a young age, even just knowing about things like tampons and periods and how to use them in a safe way is really important, for you to have the confidence in that and engage in sport too. So yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say that I think the stigma concerning about the discussion probably stems back from childhood. And I think that's one of the commonalities between Irish and Filipinos.
Yes.
That we're quite, let's say, quite
Catholics
conservative.
too, yeah.
And so it's not really a big discussion.
Yeah.
Even with parents, and as well as school. I can remember
School, yeah.
the teachers always just emphasize, abstinence. Other than that, that's a sin, isn't it? But I mean, it's okay that we practice conservatism, but I think it's very important, like what you said, to be educated, because people will do it, because intimacy is part of our needs. It's structured in us as human beings. So I think it really is important to kind of give education to young people, it's not like encouraging them to partake, isn't it? But it's more about educating them in case they want to enter that kind of sexual relationship.
Exactly. And it's having the option and the awareness, I think, is what is key, because I'm not sitting here promoting, you know,
not
everyone
at
does
all.
that.
Yeah.
It's a matter of, you know, are you confident in your own body? Do you know exactly, you know, what you feel comfortable with and what you don't? Like, just understanding consent and what is around that for, you know, whoever you identify as, you know, I think it's really important. That's a really kind of key message. And it's, as you said, it's not about, you know, practicing abstinence. I think that's also something we were taught too, but that can be your beliefs 100%. And that's totally up to every individual in my books, and everyone should respect that. But it's also understanding other parts around your sexual health. You know, where are those muscles? What's going on? What do they actually do? You know, and even sometimes I think it's really interesting because for women, I know a lot of the fear around it is like, they'll apologize to me for not shaving a lot of the time. Like, I didn't shave my legs. And it's a no judgment zone for me. But, you know, it's things like, I don't know if things look normal down there or not, you know. And it's, when you go into a healthcare professional, I think it's really important to tell someone when things are good as well, you know, or healthy. And they know what to look out for, because it's not just about, you know, your contraception and what you're using. It's actually about, you know, the regularity of your periods, as we said, for example, or anything around that, things to look out for. So, yeah.
Because, like, admittedly, I still feel a bit anxious around, for example, pap smear exams. You're like, I was actually relating
So
to them.
many
Like,
people
have
do.
I shaved my legs? Is it? Do I look okay down there? Because there's a lot of
Like anxiety surrounding it, isn't
anxiety
it?
around it. Yeah, but I guess it really is so comforting and so safe when the healthcare professional looking after you feels like you're in a safe space, you're okay, and that kind of like, okay, I can breathe a sigh of relief. It's like, it's normal, don't worry about it.
Just before we continue with all these informative topics, let us play a little bit game to lighten the mood a little bit. What we're gonna do is we'll play a game called Song Train. So how it goes is that I will be singing the first song, and then the last word of that phrase, the next person would start with that word. Yeah? Does that make sense?
Does it have to be the start, or can it be the, when I can put like an article and that will be the next word?
The
As
should
long as
be
it's in there,
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
Okay. First song. I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. I know right now you can't tell.
Tell me.
Go.
Oh yeah, that one.
yeah.
Tell me where it hurts now, baby.
Baby, 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 ooh, no. Oh no, what's our next? Thought you'd always be mine.
Mine. Oh God, I'm having a brain blank.
Oh, tell me about it.
That happens all the time in this game.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, don't. Sorry.
You tried.
But
You
let's start
tried.
with you now
Yeah.
for this round.
Okay. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree?
Disagree.
Disagree.
Sir,
That's a big
can we start
word.
at, can you edit this?
DIS.
I traveled the world and the seven seas.
Oh, C's.
C's, okay.
5,
C's.
4, 3,
C's.
2, 1.
I don't know.
No.
Okay, you
where's
start
that?
again.
I put my hands up in the air sometimes, saying, ayo, gotta let go. Go. That's easy.
Go. Let it go. Let it
No,
go.
but you
That's
said
fine, that's
let
fine.
it.
That's fine, that's fine.
No, go.
I thought
The last
it has
word
to
is
be
go. Go.
There you go.
Can't hold it back anymore. Anymore.
You can start with more.
More
But it's one word.
Yeah, it's one word.
I'm trying to help you.
No, I don't know. Okay, I'm dead.
All right.
Give me more.
Oh, there
give
you
me
go.
more. Give me more. Now we're done.
Yeah.
There's more.
There's more.
Let's remove any.
Start with that one then. Give me more.
Okay. Give me more. More? Okay, more.
But you took my one.
Yeah, that's true.
More, more, more. How do you like me? How do you like me?
Me,
Me, yeah.
you and me. And your friend Steve. Steve.
What?
You don't know that song.
But you have to start with the me.
Me and your friend Steve.
That's such a big deal. It is a big deal.
Let's start with do.
Do? Ooh, look what you made me do. Okay, for Krisha.
Very
Do.
good.
Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me.
Me.
You.
Me? You know the word is me.
The word is me.
It's like the rush hour thing. I don't know if you know that. What's your name? Mr. You.
Like me. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
But you have to find her a word.
What's the next lyrics?
I'm the only one of me. Baby,
Maybe that's the fun.
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 Welcome to the house of fun. Da, 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 da.
All right.
Okay.
Let's
Let's call it a day, guys.
So what's 3 Ps without a spicy question? So I have a spicy, not really spicy, but like just a little bit controversial to ask you guys. But we can also view it from a scientific standpoint as well. I want to ask you, is it important for women to experience orgasm with every intercourse? Even though for procreation, we don't need women to orgasm.
It's a good question.
I know. It's like,
Actually.
I think we're gonna start with the scientific. Let's start with the something evidence-based.
I think that orgasm for women can be very important scientifically because it helps to increase the blood flow to the area around the vagina and the health of the tissues. It also helps you to experience the full range of motion of the pelvic floor. In order to achieve it, it's also very important for the pelvic floor muscles to feel relaxed beforehand and for them to be able to fully lengthen and then contract, which can help people achieve more pleasure with their partner or actually alone as well. The other benefit of it is also looking at dopamine and serotonin. So these can obviously get increased after orgasm. And I think actually for people's mental health, it's quite helpful. On average, I think it's 3 times a week usually that people engage. Seems very high, actually. Yeah, they were the stats.
She's counting.
what's the ceiling?
3 in 1 round.
They're the official stats. However, I would like to say that from a lot of people that I've spoken to, that can massively vary. And there's no one size fits all or what's right for any relationship or anyone. There are so many elements to a relationship outside of intercourse or outside of sex, which are really important. So it's really important that nobody feels pressured to kind of reach 3, you know? Yeah, exactly. That's just where they've come up with averages, but then there's obviously different ends of the spectrum as well with that. It's just whatever you feel is right for you or with a partner or whatever that may be.
How important it is to strengthen your pelvic muscle? Well, for me, it's not really like a big discussion.
Something you think about.
Right,
as well,
yeah. It's like when you think of like strengthening muscle, obviously like go to the gym, you know, do arm day, leg day. But yeah, how important is it to kind of strengthen it?
Yeah, I think it's a really good question. I think the message should be that it's important to move your pelvic floor muscle in some capacity, because actually I've had plenty of patients that have come in and their problem is they've seen some of this advice and they've gone, okay, I'm going to strengthen 3 times a day because that's the national guidelines in order to maintain function. And actually, they're kind of overtraining it a little bit. If I decided to just randomly strengthen any muscle 3 times a day, it is quite a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah.
I think it's important to definitely get it moving, to build the awareness with that area so you're doing it right. And actually in about 37% of cases, people don't know if they're doing it right until they've had an internal exam. So I think that's something that's really important to know, that you're doing it right first. You've maybe had that checked if you're not sure. But stuff like yoga can help to allow you to lengthen the muscle in order to build the strength. And it's actually moving all the time, which is really cool. So when you're in a squat, your pressure in your pelvic floor is actually increasing, and it should be naturally lengthening and then contracting on a subconscious level. Essentially, it's the neural pathways which are really interesting with the pelvic floor muscle as opposed to any of the other muscles of the body apart from the diaphragm. So every time you breathe in, it naturally lengthens, your diaphragm lengthens, and your tummy expands. Every time you breathe out, it contracts. Where the problem lies is when we've had maybe trauma to the area or an experience which has caused us to maybe hold on a little bit, and the timing of those muscles might get a little bit confused. So sometimes they need to be re-educated and then strengthened. So
That's
good
really
question.
good. I know, yeah, because it's not really, I guess,
Something
like,
we do consciously.
Yeah.
My question is actually about single women not having partners in terms of having sexual health. Like,
Yes.
I don't know, I have no idea like how orgasm comes into play or like them being conscious about their sexual health. What can you say about that?
Yeah, I think in terms of orgasm, why not? For single women as well.
Like specifically single older women, like sometimes they don't think of that anymore because they think they're like off of age as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting along when you look at things like sex drive, because estrogen reduces, sometimes that sex drive comes down a little bit. But actually, when you look at like hormone replacement therapy and that side of things, it can be a really good opportunity to improve that sex drive. Or potentially, sometimes when you're not as engaged in that area or it's not as important in your life, sometimes that can reduce as well. Actually re-engaging with that in whatever capacity that may be to experience pleasure can be really empowering at any age, I guess, as well, so I think that can really be helpful too. It just depends on what you feel is right for you. Obviously there's cultural barriers and stuff and societal barriers come into play then as well, because if you were brought up at a time where that wasn't spoken about or there's no grey, I understand why that might not be your cup of tea, but that's okay too.
Yeah. There's no one right answer, isn't it? Yeah.
Do you think sex drive, it's because of our like chemicals in our brain, or is it something that you have adopted because of the society and your culture?
It's a really good question. I think there's a load of things that come into play. I think it's probably all of the above, to be perfectly honest with you, because there can be that chemical hormonal component to it, but it's almost similar in the way that we experience persistent pain.
I think that could also be a factor in terms of like straining a relationship, because one might have a low sex drive and then the others have high sex drive, and then if you are in a relationship, like finding the balance between your level of sex drive is quite tricky.
It's very hard, 100%, and I think a lot of people people experience that too, and that's where the communication comes in, and that's where the conversation is had to really acknowledge it. I guess when there's that imbalance, it's having an open conversation with one another to go, okay, well, how do we navigate this? Because I think a lot of people where that conflict arises is that one person feels maybe offended by it or feels it's something to do with them.
Inadequacy.
Yeah, exactly. And that creates this like swirl of emotions, doesn't it? Whereas actually when you take that out of it and kind of go, oh, this is your objective kind of emotions or where you're at. And it's like, actually, if you meet them where they're at, validate and understand, and then see what other way you can come at it, it can sometimes be helpful to open that more, and it's bringing that reassurance of it's not the other person, when you have that conversation too, I think is important.
It seems like more of a consultation with you.
Exactly.
I know. I'm taking advantage. Sorry. Don't bill me, Ash, please.
Ash would be like, I'll send you the invoice.
Okay, so I have a couple of facts or fictions, true or falses for you guys. No pressure. Not a competition.
It is.
Always is. It's not a competition.
So, true or false? I'll ask the question, and each of you can answer then true or
Okay.
false.
Okay.
And then I'll tell you. Number 1, 84% of women have felt unheard, ignored, or dismissed by a healthcare professional. True or false?
True.
True.
I would say true as well.
Yeah. And that's by the NIORH. So it's actually really high. So, number 2, most women can reach orgasm through penetration alone.
False.
That was unanimous. Great.
Don't hold back. Don't hold
I was
back.
gonna say we're not gonna go into detail. We'll just answer true or false.
Number 3, you need to use special soaps to clean the vagina.
False.
True. With the right pH.
False. I'll say false.
Soaps.
Yeah.
I'll say false.
The answer is false.
Yeah.
The
In
vagina.
my rationale, just as a guy, maybe because the body can create its own like
Flora.
cleaning
Yeah.
thingy, whatever.
Exactly.
Flora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cleaning
And it
thing.
might be
Factory of detergent.
No, but you know, like it can easily disrupt. Like some soaps can easily disrupt the flora inside. isn't
yeah,
it?
the pH, isn't it?
Yeah,
So-
exactly. Soaps disrupt the pH. Cotton underwear, best way to go. And not using any soaps because it is self-cleansing, because often it can lead to conditions like bacterial vaginosis or thrush as well. So, and that's a pH disruption. That's,
So not use soap. So
yeah,
just water.
nothing. I know.
Really?
Yeah. So the clitoris was hidden from the medical and anatomy books.
I'd say
True or false?
I'd say true.
I'd say true.
True.
Yeah, it was. And then it was refound in 1998.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, by
So it's-
Dr. Helen O'Connell. So she was a researcher and she did another study on the MRIs of the clitoris as well in 2005.
That's what I was thinking. Like back in the day, they were trying to hide it, but then like we can see it in books now because of
Yeah.
like the opening.
But I
The
cannot-
opening.
Yeah, exactly. But I just couldn't. I didn't expect that it's that recent.
Yeah, 1998.
On that topic, we've got more. The clitoris is up to 3 centimeters long. True or false? Measuring tape.
Let's say true.
Did you say centimeters or Oh yeah,
Up to
millimeters.
3.
Oh my god!
I don't know unit of measurements. I'll just say, was it up to 3 centimeters?
3 centimeters, probably about that.
No,
Whoa.
false.
I'll say true.
False.
True.
True. It's actually false. Well done. Because Dr. Helen O'Connell's research found it was up to 10 centimeters long.
Whoa.
The clitoris itself is not just the external tip. So that's usually what people see. It's just the tip, basically the tip of the
So
iceberg.
like
So it's
penis,
4
isn't it?
inches. It's 4 inches.
So outside, they actually have, it's almost like a wishbone. And then it has wings on the side. And that's under the skin. So you don't actually see it. You just see
Oh,
the
it
outside.
has wings.
Yeah.
It's like a butterfly.
It has wings. It's an angel.
Endometriosis takes on average 7 years to diagnose.
True.
True.
I would say true as well, or probably later.
Yeah, it is. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's kind of the evidence we have, but actually it probably takes a little while more. It's a really important topic because it affects 1 in 10 women. The symptoms that you need to look out for are things like heavy periods, pain during your periods. So some people can't go to work, they vomit, it can be quite extreme levels. But the reason I put it in here is there's also pain with intercourse, usually on deep penetration as opposed to the superficial layer. So it's just a really important thing to kind of look out for when you're thinking of pain with sex, because it's not always just the pelvic floor muscles. Obviously, there's ways that we can help that as pelvic health physios, but it is really important to get checked with your gynecologist and make sure everything is kind of cleared up too.
Women are probably too scared to also like go to the GP and just like, well, what's your problem? It's like, oh, I'm having pain during sex, and be dismissed by it. I feel like
It's just something to think about, and that's not. I mean, there are so many amazing GPs and gynecologists and healthcare practitioners that thankfully I work with. Sometimes it's the odd one out. Yeah, it's just being very careful of our language as healthcare professionals and advice that we give, I think.
Exactly.
And the impact that then has further on down the line is really important. The last one, Sigmund Freud dictated that the clitoris must be eliminated or subordinated to develop true femininity.
wow. Ooh.
I was gonna say false.
I would say true, because he's like, he has a lot of like psychosexual theories, isn't it? But I'll just say true.
I love how you're trying to read me.
Just be like, false, true.
It's actually true. So it wasn't him that removed it from the anatomy books, but it was, as you said, lots of his sexual theories. To achieve true femininity, it had to be vaginally through intercourse. So actually it kind of led to some of these thinkings around it, and it was when they removed it from Gray's Anatomy book in 1948. So that's when the clitoris was taken out. But yes, so we all know a lot about the clitoris now.
I know. Charles, you know now.
Yeah. So thank you for that very informative fact or fiction questions. Because, I mean, we learned a lot in those 10 questions.
Yeah.
So now, my question is, as men, what is our responsibility to help women with their sexual health?
Yeah, I think that's an amazing way to phrase it as well, because actually it's really nice that you're kind of almost in that question automatically assuming that you have a responsibility there as well. So firstly, thank you for that. That's very nice.
Pleasure.
We told him to ask it.
No, it was in my script.
What have you been doing? Let's just stop it.
No. You said, oh yeah, you did.
I think for everyone, it's being responsible for their own sexual health. I think before you obviously engage with another sexual partner, that you have made sure that everything is safe and everything is clear from a health perspective before you engage in any kind of new sexual partners as well, and to regularly get checked for that side of things. Secondly, I think there's a lot that men can do as well, especially if you're in a relationship, that they can do to support women throughout that. For a lot of people, they might have PMS. I actually have PCOS. So sometimes I'm very lucky to have a very supportive partner who deals with my slightly erratic mood swings at a certain time of the month. But I think it's just understanding that and coming at it from a compassionate angle of going, yeah, actually, you know what? I'm not 100% on my game. You know, where are we at today? I listened to a really good answer from Brene Brown, and she was talking about in a relationship where you kind of come in the door after work and you're going, okay, where are you at? You know, what's your capacity at? Yeah. And it's like, oh, I'm at a 10 or I'm at a 4 or whatever it is. And just by establishing that ground, it's like, okay, here we are. So actually sometimes knowing where you're at in that cycle and like communicating that with each other is really, really helpful, because it makes you feel like you're not doing that on your own and you're not having to kind of, oh God, I have to get through these couple of days and I'm just not feeling like 100% myself. Yeah. Or like 100% confidence as I usually would, or all of us in general, we have ebbs and flows, don't we? Hormones are less hormones.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think that's definitely understanding your partner's maybe cycle, or any of the women around you as well. And doing little things like, you know what, do you want a hot water bottle? Do you need any medication? All that kind of side of stuff. And being able to communicate about things like intercourse too. Maintaining your own sexual health as well before you engage with your partner. I think those three are my big ones.
That's a beautiful thing, actually, because instead of like lecturing, it's like talking about it in an open conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really helpful.
I also like what you said about knowing yourself too, because you have to be in tune with yourself actually before you can communicate your needs to anyone.
Yeah. No, it's so true, because I think for a lot of people, they don't know maybe what they enjoy or like or what they need. Because some people, when they're feeling a bit overwhelmed at that time, it's very hard to even tune into your own body and hear your own body because of so much noise. Or, you know, for a lot of women with ADHD, for example, there is a link between that and your cycle as well. So sometimes those symptoms get a bit worse around your cycle and around your period. So actually, things getting a bit more foggy and then trying to have to communicate is even more difficult at that time. So it's kind of, as you said, knowing yourself. And that's how you can, it's your responsibility too, basically, is what I'm saying, to try and figure that out.
Noted.
Awesome.
So again, Ash, thank you so much for that very helpful topic. We've learned so much.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that we can bring all of these in our life and even our healthcare practice. So thank you very much.
Thank you guys for having me. Really appreciate it. Really enjoyed it. So my final piece of advice to everyone is please, please don't suffer in silence. Reach out to your healthcare practitioner that you trust and know. That might be your gynecologist, your pelvic health physio, and you can reach me at Pure Sports Medicine in London if you have any queries or questions. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Hope you guys also learned so much about this topic. We will see you on the next episode. Bye.